Okay, Gemini, this is going to be your reading for spirituality for the fall of 2025 here. The first card that we have for you from the Dreams of Gaia Tarot is the Two of Earth. We may have a lot of stuff on our platter at the moment. We may be juggling a lot of things, and I feel like we have a lot of burdens upon us. I think we're doing okay at this moment. This may be a downgrade from where we were. We maybe have had more stuff on our plate than we currently have now, but we still need to downgrade and get things off of our plate, is the sense I get. We're still taking on too much in order to go forward. Even though we're handling it well, we're Gemini, we can keep a lot of things afloat. It's not in balance with where the universe wants you to be, is what I'm getting here. But we are doing quite well here in the way of keeping things afloat, right? We're keeping things in balance so far. That's our past energy. So as we move into the present here, what do we get? We get the Three of Earth. We're staying in the earth element, so we feel very grounded at this time. And we may be planting seeds in order to move forward here, but we may have to sacrifice something in order to do so. And I feel like that's some of our burdens. We're taking on too many things here in order to balance our life out in the proper manner. And they're saying the vibration is not quite correct yet. We're looking for something in the future to attain, and we know we've got too much on our platter in order to bring it in. So we have to sacrifice some things. And at this point, I think it's what we're dealing with now is of our choosing. And we don't want to sacrifice anything more than we've already sacrificed. So there's going to be a problem here as I see it, or as I sense here. Now, as we continue forward, we move into the future energy. What do we get from the Gaia deck? 5, 6, 7, 8 of air. The truth hurts. There's something here we need to give up, and we know we need to give it up. But we don't want to give it up. This is the problem, okay? This is going to be a problem in the future. It's going to be like a sacrifice that we have to make. And it won't be easy, is the sense. It won't be spiritually easy. It will create some pain for you physically, is the sense, because that's what they're emphasizing here, is the pain. Again, this guy is stoic. He's dealing with things okay, but it is going to hurt no matter what we have to give up here. Okay, let's continue. We have 2 earth elements and an air. We end up in the future back in our own vibrational frequency. The next row, we have the tarot, Mucha Tarot cards here. So as we expand on the 2 of earth, which is basically the juggling that we're doing at this time, it is really, there is too much on our plate. Even though we have a high tolerance for juggling things, we're still taking on too much. And we may have already sacrificed things, but it is still too much going on here. So on top of that, we get the 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles is about feeling left out of things, being left out of things. I feel like we need to leave things out. In doing so, it is making us feel left out. Give me a moment here. I don't know. There's something weird here, because when I go to that 2, the juggling, I feel content. I feel fine. I reduce my workload. I know what I'm doing here. I can handle it. Then when I get to this card, I get like a desperation, like I can't handle it anymore. And unfortunately, I also get that feeling of being left out. It's like the things we need to cut out of our life is going to make us feel cut away from things. But this is for our highest good. This is what I'm getting. And there's a refusal to do so, is what they said. We're refusing to cut out those things in our life that need to be cut away for our highest good. This is going to be a problem going forward. Okay. So there's a feeling. Now, this is past energy, so we may have already been through the process of feeling removed from, because we removed ourselves from things, so we're feeling isolated in that. That energy is here clearly. Now, as we move to the present, again, we're planting seeds, or we're trying to plant seeds to go forward in a new way. There's a sacrifice all along that we have to make here. Again, it's for our highest good, and we may not be seeing clearly exactly where that sits. Yeah, because we're not wanting to give up these things. Now, what do we get on top of the 3 of Earth? We get the 2 of Pentacles again. Is, yeah, wanting to keep things going. Yeah, this is the refusal. It's like, no, I can keep all this going and continue in the direction I'm going forward. Not only will you not be let in, but it just won't work. So again, we have to make this sacrifice. And I don't know, they're not giving me a genre nothing for this. So this is a bigger thing than I can even emphasize, because they're not giving me detail here. We know we need to sacrifice and reduce our workload. And I keep getting the workload. So if it's literally work, we may take a lot of energy from our work to give us self-esteem and whatnot that we're not willing to sacrifice. And they're going, that is okay. We continue going forward in the same manner we have. And we will not gain that which we are trying to gain, because you can't have one without the other. You have to make room for this thing that you want. And for some reason, we're wanting, like, we want it all. We can't have it all. We can only have certain things. And the universe is very strict about this. They're going, oh, we can have all of it, but we will not be successful in keeping it for the long term if we go down this road. We know we can have all of it, but that would end up in the wrong way. For the highest good, we have to continue to reduce the workload to a degree where we make room for this other thing that we want in our life. We're not far off is the sense, and ships are in the background. We can see the ships coming in. We're not facing them right now because the decision we've made is not to do this, not to reduce things. So let's go in the future here. Again, I'm getting a sense of, there's a time in the past here where we could have sacrificed some things. We're continuing to go in the energy, and we're basically locking our road in here. We're not allowing that new energy to come in. So we may be planting seeds and whatnot, but those are not going to be viable seeds. At this point, we're going to have to make that sacrifice a lot larger than we initially figured here, or were predicting. I feel like it's going to be an empty sacrifice, or sacrifice too late. The opportunity's gone, this kind of thing. So what do we get to clarify on top of that 8 of air? We get the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is someone who wants to offer their love outward. Why would that be a sacrifice? I feel a great humbleness here in this horse. He's bowing his head, not only just to take a drink, but bowing down towards someone. Now, this could go either way, frankly. This is where that sacrifice stuff hits. It's like, are we willing to bow down to give love to another? For some, the answer is no. I'm not. I'm not willing to sacrifice my life for another. And that's the way they look at it. I have to sacrifice my whole life to be in a relationship or to bow down to love. I will not do it. For others, they're trying to make room in their life for another. And the sense here is there's a partner that they're bowing down to in this way. Okay. I don't know if I got that energy quite right here, but there's a humbleness here, no less. And it's clarifying that sacrifice card. And it's like, yes, I am willing to sacrifice things for you. I am willing to sacrifice things for my life forward with a partner. And it may be just that that single energy of being able to go outward and be with whoever we want. We want to narrow that down. We want to sacrifice having others in our life for one person. So for some, there's an absolutely no here, I will not bow. But for some others in this energy, they will. Now, as I go forward here, I brought in the Curious Creature cards to lighten things up. So on the Five of Pentacles, again, in the past, we may feel heavily the need to reduce our load in life so that we can make room. And it seems like for a partner or for something other than what we've gained so far. And in doing this, we feel quite highly the change, the difference here. We're feeling isolated in this because we're reducing our outward flow. Like our social circles, we may have reduced the amount of time we go outward in that. Workload, we may have reduced that. We have a lot more time by ourselves. But again, we're not used to that. We're not one that enjoys that overly, so we're having to adjust to that. It's hard. So I'm getting that here. So on top of the Five of Pentacles, what do we get from the Curious Creatures? We get the Queen of Pentacles. This is good because the Queen of Pentacles, she still has great abundance. So reducing our workload has not created a deficit. As far as the Five of Pentacles makes us feel like we have no money. We may have reduced our money, but we're still affluent. We're still doing okay. We're still abundant. We like luscious things. We can still attain these things. So it's not a sacrifice per se, okay, in that way. And another thing about the Queen is that she's keeping balance. She keeps balance in her life, her home life, and her work life. So in the past, leading into the now, there is a sense we feel we are doing this. I feel like there's a little further to go yet, but that's the overall understanding. I feel like we understand that this adjustment is for our highest good. And it may even be helping calm us on a certain anxiety level. Like if we have a lot of anxiety, we're realizing that reduce the flow is helping with that. So, we should have known that, but we know that in the physical. So this is good. Now, as we move into the present, again, we're planting seeds to go forward in a certain way. We're still managing to juggle things. We're a little off. There's something here that needs to go. We understand it needs to go. We don't want to release it, was the energy I was getting. So on top of that, Two of Pentacles from the Curious Creatures, we get the Page of Cups again. Yeah, there's something about offering love to another. Now, we could be offering love to too many people. This could be the problem. And we have to give up one area. This could be the literal problem because I'm like, we want to let go, but we don't. And it could be not wanting to let go of the single life because the page is just beginning the process of finding love. So we may not want to let go of the variety that we have, okay? Or, yeah, it's just falling down to one is what I get here. Yeah, the burden is a partnership here. We have a lot of love we're giving outward, and are we ready to file it down to one partner? As we go to the future again, there's a sacrifice here is going to hurt. So we may be giving up a partnership that we're just kind of not ready to give up. I don't know, but if we give it up, ultimately we are ready because it wouldn't happen otherwise. I don't quite understand what's going on here, but I do feel they gave me the word playing the field. We have a lot of, we have a lot of strings out there is the sense. And we may have to sacrifice for one person. Now, this bowing down energy, this Page of Cups from the Mucha deck, there's a humbleness and like he's bowing, his horse is sending so much energy here. Okay, let's put the two pages together, shall we? So we have the page from the Curious Creatures. It's like a goldfish, like, oh wow, a message of love. I'm receiving messages of love. So I feel like this is the Gemini in their form. They're receiving love from people is surprising, and it makes them happy, and they're excited, and right? So they may be juggling a lot of these propositions at this time. This is what's going on. Now, as they move forward, there's a sense that they have to sacrifice here in order to bow down to what do we have to clarify in that direction? We have the Page of Wands. Again, we have the Page of Wands. That's about exciting news. Give me a moment here. I feel like we're getting exciting news from love prospects, people coming in and wishing us well. And, and it could be just anything from caring emotions and caring about us to actual, dates that were going on and doing stuff. Now, what is with this sacrifice in this page? There's a need to be humbled from this energy. So it may be that, okay, they're going, what it all hinges on in the future is this news coming in, okay? There's a Page of Wands about news of the future, about a love. Now, this love is we feel humbled to come toward this love is the sense that I get. But we're going to have to sacrifice something that we do say, touch, or feel. I don't know what it is. We have to sacrifice something in our life in order to gain or come into this energy field. This Page of Wands, man, there's a lot of energy flowing here. This Page of Wands energy, okay, from the Curious Creatures. We got a zebra with the salamander and the flags, symbolizing, the excitement, the news. Pages can be bringers of news. And the news, when you have a Page of Wands, is usually exciting to hear. Oh, you want to hear this news, And if you put that next to that Page of Cups, I get that energy of your grace. This is what they keep showing me, like an old, like a page bowing down to a queen, saying your grace. Like we have to put our, I don't know if we got a huge ego we got to put in place and bow down to a queen here. But I get no queen here, okay, other than in our past. And the energy that it got mostly there was about finances, okay? And they're just on looking. So there may have been someone in our past that was with us having to do with finances and whatnot. And maybe that's the person we have to sacrifice in order to move forward. Not sacrifice in the way of what that could mean, but meaning we may have to lose a relationship with a queen in order to go in the future towards something new. Now, there's a bowing down. I keep getting, they go bow down. For this Page of Cups with this horse, because they're going look, they can't even look them in the eye. So do we not feel worthy of the direction we want to go? Again, I don't see it landing here. I just see that we need to be in the proper energy in order to connect with this future person. And we're just getting word of this. We're just getting word of stuff in our field. But the sense in the now is we're unwilling to sacrifice in order to get into that field. But it's here nonetheless in your future. So if we're unwilling, we will change our mind in the future and it may be based on news that we hear from a different direction. That salamander is prompting us to take action. And they said it would be best if we were in humble mode in order to do this, to get connected with this energy in the future. I don't see who it is or what's going on, but we really have to be in a place of being humble in order to receive it well. Now, Well, there's this, I kind of don't know if I did this reading justice, but there's somebody here has to filter down their life. And if they're in a relationship, their energy is not, how would I say, they're looking forward to their future. They're looking at something else in a different direction. Okay, I'll just leave it at that. The Divine Animals Oracle that we get for you, Gemini, is 2, the Lynx, talking about secrets. Oh boy. Yes, that's not good. Yeah, so there is something secretive. So we may be in a partnership and we may secretly want to know about somebody and we may secretly want to be with someone, but we're in a relationship already. So again, this crosses lines here, right? So we have the Lynx, and again, it's a feeling we're in a world separated from that which we want. And in this card here, and it's funny how it's fall leaves that's all over her face. I feel like the future is the fall, and we are in the fall, so it's going to be in a short period of time here where we decide to do whatever we do here. And this decision is final. Once we make this decision, this is locked in wherever it is that we want to go. The sense that I get here is that removal, like this woman is in a globe of electricity, like a fiery globe, and she's trying to get to that lynx, and the lynx is in a world of its own outside of her world. And it's like we feel like that we could be in a marriage or a relationship or a partnership of some kind, but we feel removed. We want to connect with this lynx and we can't because they're in a different world. And that's what I feel is the difference here. When we go back to that Page of Cups, I feel like that's why we can't meet up with them, because our vibration is too not humble enough, not in humble mode. We have to humble to get through to this cat, this lynx, is the sense they're giving me. Now, you would know, if this is your reading, you would know exactly where that sits. You may not agree with it, but you would know who this person is. The humbleness, you'll have to figure that out. The basic thing here is someone who is humble doesn't look down upon others, doesn't look up to others. They are, they would be looking up to this person. The sense is that we have to give this person more credit than we have in the past. And we realize our mistake here, but are we willing to actively do that going outward? Or are we going to just default back to the way that we treated them? So this is somebody that we know. We feel very separated from them at this time. Yeah, a lot of energy's coming in here. And we may actually, so much so that we may have actually not heard any word for a long period of time. And then we're going to hear some news or some kind of energy is going to come in that's going to make us feel excited about this direction again, once more, whatever. And the thing is, how do I express that? Yeah, it's just we're too pompous, too arrogant, too hoity-toity, too much. Like we're looking down upon this person, but we didn't realize their value until now. And the sense is are we willing to go outward in that energy that we found with this person? So either the news of this person creates that release of that energy, or we ourselves found out that this person is not who we thought they were. Something funny here. It's like, but we do feel in a different world from this person. We want to connect to this person, and they're saying, use your humble. That's it. I could go on and on for this and try and explain this, but if you know what I'm saying, if this resonates with, don't make it fit. If you're struggling, it's not your energy field. But if this makes sense to you, then use your humble to get through to this person. That will break that barrier, that world that we feel separate from, is to yeah, for some reason, I get the feeling we were looking down on this person and not understanding their value. Okay, simple as that. Now we have to bow down and either apologize or, go to this person and reconnect in a different frequency where we're not degrading this person, where we're actually humbling ourselves to whether it's apology or whether it's just humbling ourselves to understand that I judged you wrong. You're not the person I thought you were. Da da da. This kind of thing is what I'm getting. There's a lot of offerings coming in our direction, but there's a certain direction we want to go that doesn't seem open to us, and the reason it's not open to us is because we're too pompous. That's it. I said it. Okay, Gemini. There it is. There's your energy field for the fall season in spirituality. Take care, have fun, and be kind, and we will talk to you soon.